Hello and welcome. The New York Jets Kansas City Chiefs game just wrapped up, and I feel bad for the Jets. I'm not a Jets fan. I don't root for the Jets actively, but man, do I feel bad for them and their fans for the way that game ended. Everybody, myself included, expected the Kansas City Chiefs to roll the Jets like a tire on a NASCAR. I mean, just the Dolphins scored 70. Well, could the Chiefs score 80? Everybody expected the Jets to just kind of give up and play dead. And they came out with life. They came out with fight. They came out with energy. They came out with passion. And as a Jets fan, it's tough because that's a soul ripped out of your chest loss. But man, you got to feel good. If ever there were such a thing as a moral victory, you took the champs to the finish line and you gave them all they could handle. And just like with the Super Bowl, the Kansas City Chiefs just won against the Philadelphia Eagles. It comes down to a last-second major ticky-tack call that goes the way of the Chiefs and ultimately ices them the game, more or less. Now, the Chiefs are the new dynasty, right? They're the new it team, and Patrick Mahomes is the new Tom Brady, the new it kid. And as a result, right, I've always been a Tom Brady fan, even before his time with the Buccaneers, and obviously continuing through his time with the Buccaneers. You know, when you play that team, you're going to have to beat them by a lot. You're basically going to have to beat them twice, because if it's close, it's going to come down to a hanky on the field. That's just how it goes. And unfortunately for the Jets, the game was too tight. And it was a situation where the refs had an opportunity to be in charge and be involved and dictate the game, and they did. So to me, disappointing, like I said, heart ripped out of your chest game for the New York Jets, and for their fan base. But holy cow, should you feel good going forward. Zach Wilson, I feel like he may never play a game like that, honestly. Hand to God. I don't know if Zach Wilson will ever play another game like that in his professional career. But at least he shows you he can. He's got it within him. We all knew he's got the talent. We all knew the talent was there for him to do that, but he had never really put it together. That was him putting it together. Now, of course, you see the negative. He's still Zach Wilson, right? Fumbled the snap that ultimately was the last possession, the last time the team ever touched the ball. He had a fluky, terrible brain fart of a moment to ultimately lose or throw away any opportunity they would have of victory. But to get the Jets to that point, as big an underdog as they were, that is an outstanding performance by Zach Wilson. The Jets defense had Mahomes off balance, had Mahomes deep in his bag, and I gotta say, I'm just very impressed. I give the Jets a lot of props for the way that they played that game on a national stage. And it's a heartbreaking loss, but one that was very predictable. Like I said, when you played the Patriots of old, Tom Brady and the Patriots of old, or you played the Mahomes-era Chiefs, that is what you have to expect. At the end of the game, if you don't have a two-score lead or an insurmountable lead, that's what's going to happen to you. It's going to be a ticky-tack call. The refs are going to throw the flag, and as a result, you very well may lose the game. So, shout out to the Jets, and man, if the Jets could keep that up, they have an opportunity. It's a shame because they're facing kind of a must-win next week, but they have an opportunity to get themselves in the playoff mix as a wild card potentially. If Zach Wilson can play like that, I don't know that he can, and I'm not saying that he will. But if Zach Wilson's got that inside of him and he can kind of keep manifesting that performance out, the Jets might not be so bad this year. It's possible.